Hey pilots, Craig again with Paraglider Service USA, and today we're going to go over splicing unsheathed lines. There's a few different methods, and the one I'm going over today is the single lock splice method. This is part two of a two-part series. So part one, I went over making the first end loop, and now we're going to make the second end loop. And to make the second end loop, we're going to start off just like you did with the first end loop. We'll make this 130 millimeters long. The loop is going to be 30 millimeters long, and then the tail that's going to be buried is going to be 100 millimeters for this particular size line. And I use this kind of from 25 kilogram all the way to 130 kilograms, and then the larger diameter lines will make the tail a little bit longer. But in any case, this is the setup. This is the line that we call line A, which is the one with the tail, and then line B is this one here. We're going to stick line B through line A. And before it was just a bitter end because we didn't have a first loop made, and we went through it like this B line went through line A, the center of it, and then we made this loop like so. And you review that video first. And now in this case, we have a loop to go through. It's a little bit bigger, a little more cumbersome to get it through there. So what we're using is, I've shown you how to do it with tapestry needles or guitar strings in the past, but there's another method that I've never shared, and it's a latch needle. I don't know if you can see the latch on that. These they flip up, and so the way you feed this through the line is the direction, the point of the needle, which is a round point, goes through, so the latch stays closed. If you back up and go the opposite direction, the latch will lift up and catch the fibers and mess everything up. So you can only go one direction on it. And these come in different diameters, as you can see. This is thicker, a little bit thinner. Well, this is the thickest here. No, this is the thickest, then this one, and that one. Okay, and so the one I'm going to use this time is going to be this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up to use it. So I'll go ahead and open the latch, and we'll stick this piece in there. Okay, and we'll flatten it down, and then close the latch, and I'll crease it good. Okay. And this is line B, and it's gonna go through A like we did in the first video. And so what I'll do here is I'll open up line A, mark, and then go through the center of it. Okay, like so. And you make sure it's even, so it's got the same amount of material on either side of it, so it is the center of the line. And then we're going to pull this through. Well, I already lost my piece that I wanted, which is pretty typical. Latch it down, hold this tight, and I'm going to pull this through. Okay, and so when we get here, the trick of this, to go smoother than normal, is just to pull one side. Okay, so I'll just pull one side and then work it. And sometimes you just have to rotate it, and you can't back up. See, I backed up and I caught the latch. So now I got the latch out of the way. There we go. Let's try it again. And so you smush it up, make it bigger by doing that, and then pull through like that. And so if you just pull one side, it's the trick. Kind of flips it over, and that's it. And then you take the latch up, and there should be. Now, so line B's go through A. We'll pull it all the way through to our next mark, our B mark. And so here's A mark, and this is B mark for the end loop. We line them up, and that's our end loop. And then this line A is going to be buried into B. And so to do that, we bring the B mark a little past that, so we can have some room to insert it. And we can do the same thing, and we can do the latch thing, but the latch thing is a little more for bulkier things. So in this case, we'll just use the tapered tapestry needles. So let me grab one real quick. Okay, so I grab a tapestry needle, And then we'll go ahead and put this tail into it. Let's taper this first. Okay, so we taper it, put it through the eye, and the trick here is not to put the thicker part of the line through, but just the tail, the fuzzy part, the tapered part, and then we'll bend that back. Okay, increase it, and we want to hold that. We don't want to let go of that. Okay, and then we're going to insert that through that bee, and so I'll smush it up. And this time we're not going through it. We're going to go just through this into the center of it. And I'm probably blocking your view, but I need to guide it accordingly. There we go. So I'm in it. And then we just I went all the way through it, the back side. See? So we just back up and then get the tip into the core, and then feed it into the core like so. And we don't want to let go of this because we'll lose this end if I do. So I'll slide this up so it gets all the way up to it. So we'll put some pressure on it so it'll hold it there. Need a little bit more to milk on there. Get it right up against it. A little bit more right up against it so we don't lose that. Get some pressure on it, and now we'll keep feeding this the bee line through. We're going to go the length of the tail, a little bit further than the length of the tail, so that it'll bury completely. So I'll keep milking it, and then when it gets a bunch build up right against it here, then I'll take this and roll it and pull it to get it over the folded part, and it's already going inside now. And I'll give it a little bit more, and then slide it and then roll it. It's in about here now, and just keep doing that. Oops, I went through all the way, backed it up. Okay, so 100 millimeters is about as long as I need to go quite a bit more here. Bear with me as I milk this along. As you can see, this latch thing works much better than the tapestry needle when you're pulling an end loop through the line, and so I'm just sharing a trick of the trade that was a secret for a while, but what the heck, let you guys know. And you get these rigging needles through fishing supply outlets, and I got all kinds of different varieties. I got loop ends, the latch one like this. Loop end ones never really worked. I got hollow ones where the end of it's hollow and you stick the line in it, the diameter of the line to match the hollow opening is a little bit bigger than the diameter line, and those don't work that well either. I think the best of all splicing is, for the most part, is the guitar string. Different diameters of guitar string is one of my favorites. But in this case here, what I'm doing, this scenario, the latch, you can't beat it. And so now we're going to go through all the way and pull, because I'm longer than the tail now, and then I'll just feed this line all the way through it now until it comes out the other end. And then now that it's through the other end, I'll grab my locking tweezers. Oops, I bumped the hold on video. Okay, here's the locking tweezers, so I don't want to lose that, so I'll lock onto that. And now I'm going to pull B up to A, and so I can hold this locking tweezers and pull B up to A. So B now is going to move up to A right there, and when they get lined up, now I got my 30 millimeter end loop. I'm going to pinch those together, release my lock, and then milk this down, and the tail is going to go up inside of it. So, and it was tapered, so it looks real nice transition there, and there she be. Now these act like Chinese handcuffs, and so B went through A, and then A went inside of B, and so I don't care which one you pull, it's not going to come undone. But we still sew these because it's only a single lock, not a double lock. Because if it was to loosen up, you could migrate a little bit slowly, but it'll never come all the way out. But you know, we don't, because there's the potential there, we'll just sew it, no big deal. But we like this splicing. And so this is the example here showing how to do the second end loop. And so I just wanted to show you that on how great these little latch needles are, rigging needles. And they're just the ticket, man, for the scenario. Talk to y'all later.